This guide will teach you the easiest way to do the Blacksite Legend Stealth. The Infiltrator is the best class for this mission. You need to have all the perks circled in red, and it's also recommended to take all the perks circled in blue. For your loadout, you need a lockpick and a keycard scrambler, while a microcam is highly recommended but not required. The first thing you need to do is climb the crate to the right of spawn. You don't want to be detected while doing this, so if there's an NPC here, then you're going to have to wait for them to leave. Anyway, stand up, align the center of your screen with the center of this pole, hold W in your keyboard, and jump. If you didn't make it, then keep jumping and adjusting your mouse until you finally make it. If there's a guard here, then you're going to have to jump back down and try again so you aren't detected. If there isn't a guard, then keep moving this way and go up the ladder. Place the microcam here, loop the camera if there is one, and then hide behind the container. The microcam is totally optional, but it just helps to see this area a bit better. Watch the microcam and wait until a guard comes to this location. Fire your gun and peek so that their suspicion meter reaches 2 bars. Then take them out and take their disguise. This guard will respawn eventually, so make sure to hide the body somewhere such as this corner. Then make sure to loop this camera in the corner. Next, take back the microcam if you brought one and use the keycard scrambler on this door. Equip your gun before you open the door, and when you go in, just aim down sights and point your gun at both of them. You don't have to sprint or do anything complicated, just make sure they don't see you equipping your gun. Anyway, it's important that you knock both of them out and hide the bodies in the green container. In the restricted area, there's usually a camera by the entrance, so loop it if there is one. All the rooms circled in blue are rooms where guards don't go in, so they're good for hiding. For now, stick to rooms A and B. Place the microcam here and then loop the camera in this area if there's no one who can see you. Before you continue, you have to take out more guards. You don't have to take out all 4 of them, but it is safer if you do. You can use the microcam or peeking to check for any guards in this hallway. If you see a guard taking this path, then it means they're heading toward the entrance. Make sure the hallway is clear, then go around, intimidate them, pick up their S97, and make them follow you into this room. Here, you can safely knock them out. You should also drop the S97 you picked up. If you notice an NPC following that same path, then feel free to follow them this way so long as you know that both hallways are clear, and then you can repeat the process and knock them out. For the first 2 guards you knock out, there's only 2 spots that I would consider safe. This run showed the same spot twice, so I want to show you a clip with the second spot. Wait for a guard to reach the spot in the middle, take the long way around, and double check the microcam to make sure that the hallway is clear. Then intimidate them, get the gun, and drag them to the same room. This method is safe because even if a guard suddenly comes in, they won't be able to see the hostage. However, if you take the short way around, then there's a chance you'll get detected, so I don't recommend it. It doesn't matter where you take out the 3rd guard, so long as you keep track of the other guard and you know there's no chance of them coming in and seeing the hostage. In this case, we know that the last guard is in the middle of the hallway facing a wall, so taking out this guard is safe. And then, once there's only 1 guard left, it's safe to take them out anywhere. It's not often that your luck will be this good, but the same principle always applies. Keeping track of where the last 2 guards are allows you to know when it's safe to take out one of them, even if they're not in a safe spot. Anyway, once you hide all the bodies, it's time to escape the restricted area. In this part, make sure to take whichever path doesn't have a camera, which is random. Also, once you cross this line, guards will start to respawn, so you have to be fast. Anyway, go to the 2nd floor, lockpick this door, and that's it for this area. In this area, the first step is to loop all the cameras. Then, you have to wait until one of the guards is out of sight from both the camera operator and the other guard. Then, quickly take them out, bag the body, and hide it in a container. Wait until the 2nd guard can't be seen by the camera operator. Take them out, and then take out the operator. Use the control center to open the cells one by one until you find whichever one Rose is in. If you want to save a bit of time, then there's always a drill somewhere in the cell block which you can use to open the vents and see if Rose is inside. In this area, you have to find and interrogate the base commander. However, doing this out in the open is extremely unsafe, so you have to lure him to any location where other NPCs don't go. One method is to lure him outside the commander area. Once the commander is around this area, get him to face you and let his suspicion meter fill up 2 bars. This will lure him to your current location. In order to avoid full detection, you should hide behind cover until the suspicion meter disappears. Then, get into his line of sight again and repeat this process, each time luring him a bit closer to where you ultimately want to take him out. Once he's around here, you can safely hostage him, insert a radio, and interrogate him. This does require answering a radio, but it's still one of the safest methods. Also, it's very important that you don't forget to interrogate him before you knock him out. I know this sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised by how many times I've failed by forgetting to interrogate. Finally, you have to find a room with a computer. It's located in one of the rooms marked with a number on this map. Just check every room one by one until you find the right one. Also, you're considered trespassing in some of these, so make sure to close the door immediately after you enter. Hack the computer, and that's it. You can run to the exit and complete the mission. Now it's time for some alternate methods. In the very first area, if you're not a hacker and you can't bring a keycard scrambler, or if you need to get disguises for teammates, then you might need to take out more guards. There's 3 in the bottom floor, and one of them has a keycard. One knockout method is to go here, take out your gun, let the guard suspicion meter reach 2 bars, get out of sight briefly, and then go down, intimidate them, and knock them out. This is not 100% safe, but it is mostly safe. Once there's only 2 guards left, it doesn't matter where you take them out, so long as you keep track of both of them and you know they won't be able to see each other. In this run though, he was able to use the same method twice. Once there's just 1 guard left, you can take them out anywhere, but make sure there aren't any unlooped cameras facing them. These guards will respawn eventually, so you have to hide all the bodies somewhere. In the restricted area, it's okay to escape while there's still 1 or 2 guards left. The key is to mentally keep track of their positions so you can find a path where you won't get detected. You should take advantage of obstacles, corners, and these 2 rooms that they don't go inside. If you do mess up and you're intercepted by a guard, then try to knock them out quickly, carry the body, and make a run for the exit. Finally, we have the second way of luring the base commander. When he's going through this hallway, shoot the wall to make him stop in place, and then lure him inside this area by getting his suspicion meter to 2 bars. Repeat this process and keep luring him until he gets close to this corner. Then you can safely intimidate and interrogate him. If you do this correctly, then you shouldn't have to answer a radio, which is nice. And, oh yeah, one final tip. Don't play entry point with unreliable teammates. This is what EPC's Dispatch channel looks like. If you want a community that's actually good, then you should consider joining my Discord server. We have tons of people who can play EP with you and provide help in real time. It's also the most active server in the community with tons of interesting conversations and memes. If you want to join, all you have to do is click the link in the description below and verify with your Roblox account. It only takes about 2 minutes and you won't regret it. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.